So, Neveda, it is wonderful to be here with you today and hear a little bit more about your story. Take me back a little. You grew up here.
Yes.
And you started having some health issues.
Yes.
What were you dealing with?
In September of 2017, I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma of the blood.
Okay.
At the time, I had a mass that was wrapped around the aortic arch of my heart and about 80% of my left lung, which it was squeezing the life out of my heart at the time, so my heart rate was abnormal. My lung has collapsed, and I was on oxygen. And at the time, I was in the second trimester of having my 6th child. So all of this was going on, and doctors could not pinpoint what it was by me being 37 years old at the time. They were like, she's so young, you know, what's going on? At first, they found like fluid in my lungs and was thinking, oh, maybe it was just a bad pneumonia or something like that. And I never forget spending like a week and a half in the hospital, and after undergoing several tests that came back negative, even cancer tests, they didn't find anything, and they were tiptoeing around, you know, x-rays and CTs because I was pregnant. And finally, one doctor from the pulmonary team, I had 7 teams of doctors at that time, he said, let's get a CT scan and we'll just have to cover up real well. And that's when they found the mass. And so after that, they told me what I was dealing with, and I started treatment right away, because at first I said, well, I'm pregnant. I didn't want to go through chemo at the time. Could I wait? And they told me no, it couldn't wait. So I was scheduled to get 6 rounds. I actually got 4 because I was kind of weak, and the doctor that I had at the time had said that in order for me to deliver and be strengthened for the delivery, that he would have to pause them until after I had the baby. So I had the baby. He was a healthy 8-pound and 10-ounce baby boy.
What's his name?
His name is Nissan. And it's not like the car. It's actually a Hebrew expression of miracle, which he is my miracle baby. He's the one that helped me fight, helped me get through in times where I wanted to give up and give in through my journey during the cancer battle. He was the one that I was fighting for the most. So that is the ultimate story. So even from there, dealing with cancer, I had several other issues that come along. I'm a type 2 diabetic. Also, I've had 3 mini TIAs, which is mini strokes. Last one being in July of 2020. I had to have half of my thyroid removed. So I have had a wealth of health issues, and which make me a perfect candidate for a program like this. So this is one of the reasons why I chose something like this. When I seen it in my doctor's office, I knew that I was on different medications, but I wanted a way for me to get healthier and for me to lead a healthier lifestyle for me and my family.
Yeah, for you and
yes,
your kids.
Yes.
So tell me about your first experience coming.
My first experience coming in, her name's Jenny, at the UH Portage office.
Okay.
She's such a pleasant and wonderful person. I always love to go in and see her once a month and update her. But she made the experience wonderful. Just sitting down with the appointment, she consults with you first, talk a little bit, and then see like what you need, you know, and that was wonderful. That was comforting to me. You know, I believe that if a person have that along with healing, that goes a long way. So it's not just me going in, just picking up groceries and coming out. It's a different type of approach.
It's a relationship.
It's a relationship, and that's what's important. Things like that grab me. So that was the one thing that I loved. And so from there, we gained that. We talk a little bit, and she give me recipes for things. We shop for things, and even discuss meals, like how am I going to prepare things and stuff like that. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
So probably in your life, people had said with diabetes, you need to change your diet, but it's hard to do on your own.
It's hard to do on your own, but also to eat healthy, organic. Even if I chose a vegan lifestyle, vegetarian, it's expensive to eat healthy. So in some things, having 6 children, a family of 8 with me and my mom as an added addition, you know, it's expensive to eat healthy. So, you know, it's not always easier for me to go and grab something organic or always buy the highest fruits and vegetables. So that's where a program like Food for Life comes in.
That's great. So tell me about that first time you came and you make this relationship with Jenny.
Yes.
Do you remember a lesson she taught or something you learned?
One of the things that I learned from Jenny that made me come back from that very first time is how she encouraged me. She inspired me. And it just inspired me to do more. Like in our first session, we talked about my history. We talked about what we went through. She was empathetic. She was understanding. But at the same time, she gave me good points and great points. Not something that is superficial or will speed through, but, you know, like realistically, take me through little by little. And so those were the things that she gave me in that first appointment, and say, you know, if you eat like this, prepare your meals like this, you know, with less oil or butter or different things like that. That's what made me make an effort to change my lifestyle. Right. And it yielded results.
And then she expects to see you back.
Yes, she expects to see me back a month later. Yes.
A month later. And how hard was it for you to implement the things she was suggesting at home?
It wasn't hard. It was just a matter of doing the work. I like fruits and vegetables. I like to eat healthy. If it was up to me, I'll eat fruits and vegetables all the time, but being a diabetic, I'll have to have some protein, some carbs in order that my sugars doesn't get low. But in the same token, it was putting the family on that track. And that was my goal from there. Not just me, but the children as well. But the one thing I learned being a mom, you lead by example, they'll follow. And that's what happened. A lot of things that my children didn't eat that I get from the Food for Life markets, like squash, like zucchini, things like that that children would normally eat. I prepare it. Even if they just try it, they'll eat it. You know, so it's lead by example as a parent. And then your children will follow, because even my oldest son, he used to eat a lot of processed food. Now he eats healthy.
Oh, that's great.
And work out.
Oh, so tell me about your health now. Have you seen any changes?
Yes, so just recently when I seen my endocrinologist in June, I was overjoyed to receive that my A1C numbers were down to 6.7, which is the lowest it's been since 2017. I lost 16 pounds over the last year and losing. So that to me was a wonderful joy, to just know that my work and my efforts in having a healthier lifestyle, eating healthy, making healthier choices, even when I want something outside of a healthy diet, that makes me, and exercising, even if it's just going for a walk as a mom. I know I have a busy schedule, but you can fit in some kind of exercise, even if it's dance or exercise with the kids, to take you that extra mile, and it motivates me to do that more.
What would you say to folks out there to try this? Maybe who are struggling, you know?
I would say to anyone, please try the Food for Life program. The Food for Life program has saved my life. Anyone who's on medications and at some point may want to alleviate the amount of medications they're on, or maybe altogether come off a healthier lifestyle, eating healthy, exercising. I know it sounds cliche, but it works and it's real. Food is medicine, as well as the medicines that we use. You know, I thank God for doctors and world-renowned, you know, healing powers of medicine, but food is medicine, and that's what it's done for me. It has healed me, and it's healing me continuously.
And it's not a quick fix.
No.
It takes time.
It takes time.
But that relationship
Yes.
with a dietitian, with someone who cares, can help you get over that first hump, I think, which is the hardest.
Yes.
And then when you start seeing results,
it just
keep
motivates you to keep going even more.
Right.
So
right.
that's the best.